What's up, Facebook fam, YouTube family, how y'all doing? Look, today we're gonna talk about fishing line again. I made a video a couple of videos ago, maybe last year sometime, about fishing line. I want to give you an updated version of this video to let you know what you should be using. I'm gonna let you know what I have rigged on my stuff right now, what I'm gonna change to, what kind of tackle and line that I'm using. I haven't been fishing a lot lately. I've been working, and it's hot. It's hot, and if you don't get on that bank at about 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, and you're trying to get out by 9 o'clock because by that time it's already over 100 degrees in Louisiana. Matter of fact, by 9 o'clock it's probably 104 and 5 degrees in Louisiana, South Louisiana. So let's get straight to it, guys. Let's talk about this. What I have right here is a 10-foot Buck's Best ultralight rear seat with a little cheap Shimano FX rod, a size 1000. And what I have rigged on this rod right here is 4-pound strand. A very underrated fishing line. You can get it from Academy most of the time. You might not be able to find it at Walmart. Walmart always carried a 6. But man, let me tell you something about this fishing line that's underrated. This 4-pound. Don't let words like 4 pounds scare you away. If you start catching 4-pound Sacalait, you might want to start moving up to 8-pound fishing line, past 6. But anyway, I haven't even caught a 3-pounder yet. I dropped a couple of 3-pounders off. I never caught them yet. So what I want to let you guys know, this line, the diameter is thin. As you can see, it's 20 millimeters, 0.20 millimeters. That's gonna allow you to cast very far. So check this out. I have my 6-pound Yozuri right here. This is 6-pound Yozuri, and this is it says 0.008, but that in that is probably about 0.022 millimeters. That's what this one is right here. So it's a little thicker. It's a 6-pound, but this line is good. It's very, very soft, man. You could cast it long. If you haven't used this yet, it is fluorocarbon. It's fluorocarbon, so sometimes it can be frustrating if you spooled it up wrong. Very good fishing line. Treat yourself to this. I got this in my top 2. Matter of fact, that one's probably my number 1, and sometimes I put this at number 1. This is 6-pound P-line, and the diameter on this one is even a little thinner at 0.21 millimeter. Now, let me tell you about this fishing line right here. You do not want to call this, you don't want to spool this one up wrong. You want to spool this line up counterclockwise at all costs. Because if you do anything outside of counterclockwise, how it comes off of that spool, show you what I mean. Let's take it, and it's gonna come out like this. My camera might reverse it on you, but it's gonna come out counterclockwise, right? That's what you want to do with this one. You don't want to spool it up super tight. You want to keep a firm grip on it. I usually use like a bandana or something like that, but that's what you want to use. I think it's Miss Green. Let me see. I like moss green or Miss Green. Yeah, moss green. Good fishing line, man. Get on that right there, guys. You want to use that. Let's get come closer to. Let's get on to some more. I'm probably gonna take this 4-pound string off and put this on. Another P-line. This is 4-pound P-line, the CX Premium, and it's I think it's fluorescent blue. Man, let me tell you something. Some good fishing line. I really underrated it. Once before, I spooled it up and took it off, and spooled it up and took it off, and I was using it wrong. I was using it on the wrong rods and stuff like that. But it works good on a 10-footer. But the rear seat 10-footers are better because you get a little bit more sensitivity. But this, man, trust me when I tell you. Plus the diameter, 0.16. That's less than this 4-pound right here. So I'm getting 4-pound test line and even thinner diameter. But don't get me twisted. They both 4-pound test line. This one casts further, and I get a lot of bites, but I also get a lot of bites on the string too now. Don't get it twisted. Just because this is mono, this is fluorocarbon. I get this almost the same amount of bites on this one. It's just something different about this line. The fish really cannot see it underwater, man. I get strikes, but this one is clearly stronger. String overall is just strong as hell. Now, I don't have a problem with knot strength on any of these lines right here. P-line has good knot strength and strength. Let's move on. I think I had a couple of these on my last video. Let's go to some Seagull 4 pound. Let me see which one this is. This is the Basics Seagull 4 pound. You can find this at Academy right now. You might want to go ahead and get that. I rig it up on anything ultralight. Like I have an ultralight setup right here. You can rig this up on an ultralight and be good. Man, I never really had too many spool problems with this one. I just started to fish with it. The only thing I have to say is the absorption. You know what I'm saying? It will absorb water quicker than normal, even though it's fluorocarbon. I don't want to get too scientific with it. Abrasion resistance, not so good. Once it gets stretched out too many times, you're gonna have to keep changing it. But it's a decent line for $10. You know what I'm saying? It's a decent line. So you got $10 right here. I think this one right here was like this 4 pound right here. I think is around $12, and I think this one is around $4.50, maybe $5. Now the Yozuri right here is $20, $19.99 is $20. And the premium, the 6 pound premium, was about $12. So let's go to my other two. Fluorokite, man, Cast King. This is a copolymer. I think it's a copolymer. Man, the castability is crazy on this one. Definitely invisible underwater. It's coated with that 100% fluorocarbon. It's a blend. It's a high-tech polymer blend. That's what it is. And this is the 4 pound right here. The diameter is 0.18. So you got a real thin diameter. And let me tell you something. This stuff is strong and it's so soft, man. It's so soft in the cast so far. And that's what I'm about. They're really soft fishing line, right? What do I mean by soft? I hope you can see it. What do I mean by soft? You see the line? You see how it just falls right there? It's soft. It doesn't want to give me a twist when I'm doing like this. That's how it's gonna come out of that spool, out of this line right here. It's gonna come weaving out of that. It's gonna fly. It's really good stuff. It's really strong. Look at that. Definitely about 3 pounds of pressure I'm putting on it right there. Very strong, man. Let me tell you something, guys. This is some good stuff right here. So get you some of that. I got that online. They used to sell it at Academy on the shelf. Now they don't sell it anymore. Academy is tripping, man. They don't sell none of the good stuff no more. I'm surprised I was able to find the little 4 pound line in there. Let's go to the last one, guys. And I think I had this on my last video. This is 2 pound Tourney Tough Bass Pro fishing line. You might say, man, you might think of the Bass Pro brand as what I want to say. You might think of it as generic, and I used to think that too. Like, man, Bass Pro, you know, like another Bass Pro brand might be Crappie Max. But man, I love Crappie Max now. I love their tube jigs. I love their solid jigs. I got a bunch of them sitting right here, man. Just a crap load of stuff sitting around. It's not generic, man. This is good stuff. Now, this is a little bit thinner. It's 0.07, so the diameter is 0.177. And that's super thin. So when you start getting this thin, you don't want to tie loop knots. You want to tie Palomar knots, and you want to wet that knot before you tie it, because it's 2 pound test line. But don't let that scare you away. Don't let the words 2 pounds scare you away. If you set your drag right, and I'm not talking about having your drag crying, but if you set your drag right, this line It's some very good line. This is monofilament line right here. Man, I'm telling you, it's soft. It's real soft, and that sucker can give you some distance, man. If I put this on one of my 10-foot rods, I can cast it almost 50 yards. And that's covering a lot of water. I'm a bank fisherman. So the only problem is I have with this line is it is 2-pound test line. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want that to scare you away. But when you're fishing for Sacalait, y'all might call them Crappie, you're gonna catch a lot of other fish other than Sacalait. When you're fishing for Sacalait, if I'm fishing with this line, I've been fishing with this fishing line right here, and I've ran into excuse my language, I've ran into 4 or 5 pound bass, and next thing you know, I'm in trouble. I'm screaming for somebody to bring me, hey, bring me a nut! Bring me a nut, all I got is 2-pound test line. Man, let me tell you, it's strong, but it ain't that strong. But don't let that scare you away. You know what you're fishing for. This is good for bluegills. It's good for Sacalait. You wanna, I don't say you wanna stay away from the bass and the white bass, but if you don't have your drag set, you gotta know what you're fishing for. All right. I've never had a Sacalait break this line. All right, and I've caught 2-pound Sacalait on this line. If you tie that Palomar knot, like I'm telling you, you'll be safe. Okay, you'll be safe. I have 6-pound test line that's almost thinner than this. It's from Seagull. I had it on my last video. Well, it's a couple of videos ago. And this one, Bass Pro, you need to start selling this again, because I see you got rid of this and start selling that 4-pound test line. Y'all 4-pound test line is not good, but your 2-pound test line is excellent. The Tourney Tough, man. Cabela's y'all too. Both of y'all together, so you know what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, this line back in the day was only, man, I used to get this line for $2.99, and now it's jumped all the way up to like $8 now. And I got this spool. I don't need to tie it up on nothing. It's a full spool, 275 yards. But man, talk about some good times on this fishing line right here, man. And even though it's monofilament, fish can't see this line. The diameter is too thin, and it's just a bum-ass fishing line for the price, man. And that's what I wanted to put y'all on. And we're gonna try to get some fishing videos going, y'all. I came from Cabela's at work yesterday and got me a bunch of treats, a bunch of stuff. Let's see what I got here. Oh, actually, I took all my treats out and put them in my other bag. But I do got some stuff in here I want to tell y'all about. Your tube jigs, your green pumpkin and gold shiner. You heard me. Yes, sir. A lot of these are my older jigs. I had two. Oh, I just got these here. I just got these. I'm going to put y'all on a couple of colors that you already know about, but you need to get up on it now. So check this out. This is the Indigo Sky from Bobby Garden Shad. You probably don't even use that color, and you need to. Man, bass and Sacalait love this color. I don't know what it is. I don't know. A lot of people don't think it's color, but I do think it's color a lot of times. This is your regular black and chartreuse crappie magnet. If I don't have this in a tube jig, I gotta find it something else. And that black and chartreuse crappie magnet, man, is just like having it on the black and chartreuse tube. And they're all black. They call it smoke. That's a tri-tail grub. They call it smoke from Bass Pro. Anything black is working for me. Anything with some black in it is going crazy for me right now, man. On my last little fishing trip, anyway. And that's always, man, throughout the year. Anything with black in it. Black and pink, black and chartreuse. What I got right here, man, Cajun lures right here. I think this is called some smoking shad or something. I don't know, it got wet, but I think it was called smoking shad, if I'm not mistaken. When I tell you, man, that this is crazy. This is a crazy little lure. It's almost like a little flat lure, like a little, you know how y'all like the little paddle tail, little flat tails. Man, this thing is only about 2 inches long, and when I tell you it's a real, look at that. It's like, it's my style of jig right here. This is my style of jig, right? I love that micro, little small stuff. I had got some stuff from Guggen Squad. I haven't really tested it out yet, Really good looking bait though. Mr. Twister, Bluegrass. Gotta have the Z-Mans. The Z-Man worked pretty good. I'm looking for my arc shad so I can show y'all this arc shad. Got death grip hooks, another thing, man. I don't know if y'all had this in y'all area, but I'm from Baton Rouge. We have death grip jig heads. This is 1/16 of an ounce jig heads. You see they got the little ridges on the shank of the hook, man. And that hook is so sharp. Every hook, I have never encountered a death grip hook that wasn't super sharp. There we go. There we go. The arc shad. They sell these in Cabela's and Bass Pro. Kalen's jigs, let me tell you. And Kalen's also have some really good jig heads also, man. I've been using straight Kalen's jig heads for like the last year. But this is the arc shad on a 32nd of an ounce jig head with a sickle hook right there. I think that's a number 4, and it has those little frog tails on the back with a little grub body. And man, this jig right here is insane. It is an insane little jig, man. I love this jig right here. I've caught some super-sized sacalaits on these jigs. Let's see if I have another one without the jig head on it right here. There we go. That's how it looks without the jig head, y'all. Get my big hands out of the way. And that's it, man. I got some stuff to do. I just wanted to post a video. I hadn't posted in a while, let you know what's going on. I'm about to start going fishing. I still hadn't got me a good camera yet, so I'll be filming from my old ass camera phone. Love you guys. Like and subscribe, man. Share the channel if you can, you know, for the big dog. And this next coming up to this fall and winter, if we have one, these fish are about to start biting because this heat has suppressed them. I'm telling you, I've been on like 2 fishing trips in the last 2 months, and usually I go at least every weekend, once or twice every weekend, but it's been hot as hell. I hadn't really been having the energy to go. I got this woman in my life right now, so I got that going on. So you guys take it easy. One love from your dog. Like and subscribe. I just wanted to update you on some fishing line, how I felt about them. If you're fishing for Sacalait or bluegills or something like that, this is really some good quality lines to buy for a quality price. And you already know the most expensive one I showed you was the Yozuri, but this is very much worth it right here. Very much worth it. So y'all take it easy. I'm gonna try to get y'all some film this weekend. I love you. Peace.